All right, family. We black again with the general. We got that five for you, family. You already know we keeping it African conscious, black power every hour on the hour with the general. We're gonna be talking about in the midst of Sambo history, African consciousness rescue. What did we rescue? Uh, Black people from you understand, black consciousness. You feel me? From the Sambo rescue black excellence with over thousands of books. Okay, over thousands of books. Let me get this out of here. This damn title so long. I say, well, what is it, man? Over thousands of books. That's right. And we got to talk about that. With over thought. Before we get started, make sure you get over there to Patreon. Click that link at the top of the chat. You already know what it is. We got modern evidence of the troglodyte, evidence of the modern troglodyte in your face. This is a powerful presentation. You must buckle in. If you got cracker toes, you're gonna might have to put on a straight jacket because you might go insane. It's powerful. Over 600 exclusive live streams. Get over there and get to work, family. So in the midst of let me make sure I'm on my monitor. Let me make sure I'm on my monitor. Let me make sure I'm on my monitor. They don't be wanting to show a lot of them, man. Listen, I know YouTube. YouTube be tripping. You see what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be 1,000 with you. I'm gonna be 1,000 with you. They be tripping. You know, they ain't never showed the general no love. Never. You see, and don't want them. I don't want you to show me none. I get mine's the hard way. You feel me? I go in the paint, go hard any damn way. All right, I'm in the house. I'm not even seeing where my live popping up. Let me see if it's on my page. Okay, it's on there. All right, we're in the house. We're in the house. They tried to hide me. They trying to hide me because I'm putting in some hard work. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, let's talk about this. Before the African conscious movement, okay, in which you can see that the brothers and sisters been writing early on. You see, early on, Dr. Ben was J.A. Rogers was writing damn near in the early 1900s. You see, I ain't going. Man, listen here, Drusilla Dungy Houston. Matter of fact, let me get this book over here. Let me get this book right here. Drusilla Dungy Houston, Wonderful Ethiopians of the Ancient Kushite Empire. This was originally published. This is a classic too. Let me. It's kind of because it's on. I guess it's that cut. Wonderful Ethiopians of the Ancient Kushite Empire. Let me move it back. By Drusilla Dungy Houston. This book was put out in 1926. 1926. That's how long the African Centered Community been publishing classic, and that's a classic book. You understand? That's classic. That's a must-have. You know what I'm saying? But J.A. Rogers, you got what was that one? Children of the Sun. What was that? I think his name was Parker. What was his name? I get it. You see, but it's a little pamphlet packed. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to get me some. I'm gonna have to give me about 10 of them at one time. You know what I'm saying? And so again, for the timeline, so people know. You see, long before these people was talking about some original, before FBA, before all of that, I'm gonna just say what it is. What it is. They came before Columbus, Ivan Van Sertima, 1976. Nobody was talking about none of this. Sorry. Sorry. It was that good brother that brought forth the knowledge of ancient African civilization. He was the foremost scholar. on that subject. Still is. You understand what I'm saying? Because nobody would be talking about the Olmecs if it wasn't for Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. On the level, I give him all the credit. You see what I'm saying? I give him all the credit because he's the foundation of my studies on the Olmecs. You feel me? Destruction of Black Civilization by Dr. Chancellor Williams. I know y'all want to run. I know y'all want to run. Another must have. Another must have. Chancellor Williams was going in their mouth. He talked about a lot of hard topics that people don't want to talk because it's gonna hurt their feelings. But that book will hurt. You got to go in there because he gonna tell you the truth or how it happened. Stolen Legacy. Dr. Ben introduced Stolen Legacy by George G.M. James. George G.M. James wrote that book, Stolen Legacy, in 1954. I don't even think it was brought to the reading public, even though, you know what I'm saying, they had to republish Stolen Legacy. I think they had to republish Stolen Legacy, even though it was published in 1954. I don't think it was republished until the 80s, somewhere along that line. You see, I believe Dr. Ben and Dr. Ben told me something about it, but that's between me and Dr. Ben. But anyway, Black Man of the Nile, Dr. Ben, the Bible. You see what I'm saying? The Bible of Comedic Studies, real talk. Yeah, the Bible, the Black Man of the Nile and his family, 1972. Matter of fact, that was the damn year I was born. Shit, Dr. Ben was already, you know what I'm saying? He was already dropping the signs when I was shit before I even got here. You know what I'm They already was dropping it. He put out Africa Mother of Western Civilization in 1971. He dropped that one in 1971. You feel me? You know how many books Dr. Ben wrote? Dr. Ben wrote over 49 books. And I got a whole lot of them unpublished too. Now even when we start talking about Ashaka Musa Barrel Shango, Ashaka Musa Barrel Shango dropped African People and European Holidays in 1979. Man, these brothers and sisters, man, they been putting in work. Before the culture even did, they was putting in work. You understand what I'm saying? And these, how many people you think had these? They didn't really, probably didn't pop like for real until the late 80s and 90s when the brothers and sisters got into the consciousness. You see what I'm saying? So these was just gems that was ready to, people, was waiting to discover these gems. He wrote Ashaka Musa wrote in part 2 to that book in 1983. He wrote African Woman, the Original Guardian Angel, in 1989. Now the crazy thing about it, Ashaka Musa Barashango was a reverend. But he was a revolutionary reverend. You know what I'm saying? These is the brothers and sisters that was teaching about the blackness in the Bible. You see that these was black people, you see, and this is where, even when you get to talking about the black, the origins of the Bible being black, it was these scholars that brought this information. They was writing about even before the Hebrew Israelites came out. That's a fact. That's a fact. Nigga, they was already writing about the blackness of the Bible before even the Hebrew Israelites came. The Pan-African community was already teaching about the blackness of, you can go back even to with some of the Ethiopian information, what they was talking about, but even over there, they somewhat it's a mix up, it's a mix up in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? When you want that pure blackness, it was the brothers in Americas that was bringing pure blackness, because some of them niggas still teach that Solomon was white. So they all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they all fucked up. So everything about, man, listen, when you see, this is what I'm talking about. Really, when you get to talking about Pan Africanism, nigga, the community in Black America is the central cornerstone of Pan Africanism. Yeah, you got the the uniting and the, yeah, but when it came to the consciousness of pure African consciousness, the greatness of our people, legacy and research, nigga, it was over here where the research and the literature, the music, the movie, all of that was produced. You know what I'm saying? Now Lumumba was another movie. I remember Lumumba came. Now Lumumba was a powerful movie too, even though it was in Africa. You know what I'm saying? But that was, it was a extraordinary movie. You know what I'm saying? It was an extraordinary movie. I'm gonna try to get my hands on it. But you know, just in Dr. Clark, as a matter of fact, this is just the first, just to touch on. Nah, anybody out there, anybody else, they got one author or maybe two, but they don't have no, I mean, this is nothing. The books that I'm giving you, nothing. It's thousands of books that have been produced, thousands, probably tens of thousands of books that have been produced in the African centered community. Tens of thousands of books on all subjects. You see what I'm saying? Go in any other community and tell me what you find. You're not gonna find shit because they ain't got it. Ain't no sense even looking because they ain't got it. Oh, Steve Biko for sure. Yeah, Steve Biko for sure. So, family, don't let nobody, you must tap in. You must get your hands on the literature, read it for yourself, look at the bibliography, do some research. You understand what I'm saying? You gonna just you just doing, you fucking up. You disconnecting from divinity, and you know what, nigga, you gonna die a slave. That's all you gonna do. You gonna die a slave. You better get you while somebody trying to reach out and touch your ass with this information. You better take it. But this is just the beginning, man. I'm gonna make sure that we continue on this road since people wanna. We are gonna punish it. And see, the thing is, you see how that last nigga tried to come in talking about it's a lineage, it's not an ideology. Well, what you talking about Pan Africanism for, nigga? If it's not, see, that's the double talk them niggas put out there. You see, that's double talking. What you talking about Pan Africanism then? That's an ideology. Why you talking about Pan Africanism? If it's about lineage, you shouldn't be talking. If all you supposed to be talking about is paperwork, then do you got your paperwork? You understand? Are you connected? This is where you can prove your lineage, and all that other talk, nigga, is unnecessary. You see what I'm saying? But that's that double talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's that double talk. Yeah, you got to have a culture. We know that. You know that. You know what I'm saying? They know they running now. The reason why they don't, they say it's not an ideology because they know they ain't got one. You understand what I'm saying? That's the reason why, because they know they ain't got one. Every lineage got a goddamn culture. And then just no damn lineage. That's just like you go over there and you look at like a lot of them European motherfuckers, they be having a hall of ancestors where they walk down and they show their great grand. How you gonna you just gonna go down and look at the pictures, nigga? You ain't gonna say, oh, this is what we did. This my great great grandfather. He was responsible for this and that, and and this was the religions and things. They're gonna talk about that. You see, they're gonna talk about that. So anybody that's just gonna you see, but that you see, this is when you ain't got one, you gonna start to detract from other people who do. That's really what it is. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But anyway, family, I appreciate y'all coming out. Let's keep moving. We got some more fire. Get some of them books. I'm gonna bring a book list. I just put a few of them out here, but I'm gonna tap in and really get a hold to some of these yeah, yeah, yeah. Just keep coming and we're gonna keep presenting the facts of what it is, family. I'll see y'all in a minute. Get over there to Patreon. Make sure you get over there. We got bingo. Uh the evidence of the modern troglodyte. Powerful information. I'll see y'all in a minute. Black Power.